Hi there, this is legendary comedian and podcast pioneer Jimmy Pardo. I'm here to tell you about the award-winning podcast Never Not Funny. We are now celebrating our 18th anniversary. That's right, 18 years of podcast greatness. Never Not Funny was one of the first comedy podcasts, and I'm told it's still one of the best. With guests like John Hamm, Caitlin Olsen, Sarah Silverman, Maria Bamford, and Conan O'Brien, you get to listen in on some of the funniest people on the planet, tell stories, and make each other laugh. Subscribe to Never Not Funny now in Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, my TLC talkers, brand new episode. So much TLC talk and tea. Our cups runneth over with the dirt this week. Oh my gosh. Sister wife stuff we've got to get to. 90-day domestic violence incident here in Los Angeles. You know I'm LA based, baby. This could have been down the road from me. I mean, I got to find out where these two live. We have a 90-day season 10 major breakup that a lot of people are alleging is either staged, fake, transphobic. A sister wife becoming a life coach for just $75 for 45 minutes. I got to lower my rates, honey. I do podcast consulting and it's high. It's high, but I guess I'll show you how to make six figures. So that's why. But maybe I got to lower my rates. I mean, you could be talking to a sister wife for life advice, like coaching and a strategy plan for $75 for 45 minutes. Okay. So a lot to get to in the TLC world. It's been a very busy week. How are you all doing? Has everybody recovered from watching the Wendy Williams documentary? Oh, I talk about that on yesterday's podcast if you want a full recap, because that was also hugely trending. But let's get into what everybody comes to me for, and that is sister wives dirt. And people want to know WTF happened with Meri Brown and Amos, her boyfriend of 4 months, who, by the way, was hot. Smoking. Like, they were caught out at restaurants. I mean, this guy looked jacked. He looked young. You know, Mary's in her early 50s. So is Amos. I mean, oh my God, Lord, he had flannel on. Dude looked so sexy, so fine. Has he been married 4 times? Yes, that was part of the problem. So Meri Brown announced over the weekend that she and Amos are toast after really, it sounds like hard conversations. Also, a lot of media outlets reporting over the weekend from various sources. Now, who these sources would be have to be probably Amos, maybe people in Mary's life. But Meri and her BFF Jen, who go live every Friday on her Instagram, announced the breakup. And Meri is looking to date again. She's going to date as soon as she finds somebody worthy. And that she and Amos, even though they announced their relationship in January, and he went on her live, she really kind of blames us, Meri does, on this. The scrutiny was so intense for Amos. People dug so deep into this dude's past that he was like, I don't think I can be in the limelight. That was one of the major reasons. And then, you know, she doesn't give a specific thing, right? She doesn't say, okay, you know, my sweet little KJ, you can come in and talk about sister wives. Come on, baby doll. You can come in. Bye, daddy. He wants to talk about sister wives. So anyway, Meri didn't give one specific reason. She didn't say, hey, you know, the 4 marriages were gone done it. You know, she didn't say, the fact that he's being sued by one of his ex-wives from his 18-year-old daughter, and he never paid child support of $373 for 12 years. Like, she didn't go into the detail, but when he became public with her, Lord, hell hath no fury like these women scorn, baby. I mean, they were out in the woodwork. Now, some of the exes were anonymous, but they went into great detail that Amos has been on the hunt for a reality woman, that he even tried to move to Orange County, California, so he could get with, I believe he wanted to get with Vicki Gunvalson or Shannon. Like, he he has been trying to date a celebrity for a very long time. This is alleged by an ex. And when he heard Meri Brown was on the market, dude like did everything to get in her realm. So Meri's in this great space. She seems so happy when she talks with her BFF, but she did almost seem angry, I thought, a little bit towards fans for going this hard for him. And, she's been in the public eye now 14 years. However, I have to imagine in the past 2 years with the leaving of Cody that, the media scrutiny is even bigger, right? So anyhow, I think she's not used to probably the intensity of what went down. And this is her first time dating, right? Outside of Cody. And Cody is used to it. And I don't think Cody really gives a rip anymore that people think he's a narcissist and they know that he sells guns, right? So anyway, she's somewhat vague, but basically says that the two of them had different communication styles, different dreams and goals. She's definitely going to move on and ready to date. Jen is going to help her do that. As I mentioned, one of his ex-wives has now come forward and put her name out there publicly, Shannon Marie Martin, who was married to him until 2000. They had a child, a little girl in 2000. Hi, KJ. They had a girl in 2000, and he, for 12 years, didn't pay his $373 in child support, and Queen is going after him. She says that this man did everything he could to dodge the system. Changed phone numbers multiple times, email addresses. Okay. She has nothing good to say. None of the ex-wives do. They say this guy is such a con artist. So in a way, hopefully, if all this is true, God bless the audience. God bless fans for caring enough for Meri, and maybe it was for the best. But Meri does seem hurt. Sounds like she'd fallen for him. They were quite in love, enjoying each other's company. It was going well. So anyway, their breakup is official. Meri's back on the market. Who do you want to see Meri with? Who do we want to see Meri with? I liked Amos in the sense that first of all, he was hot. Meri looks better than ever. All these women look 10 years younger, shedding Cody. Shedding the code, Meister. And I don't know. Why did it come in my mind? I have I'm almost a little psychic, but I almost felt like she needs to be with a lawyer, a politician, and I'm not talking, Utah state senator. I'm talking maybe a local city councilor. I don't know. I just feel like she's very involved in the community with Lizzie's Heritage Inn. I just feel like maybe somebody of a little bit of local stature would be good. I don't get famous vibes. Meri seems, all the Sister Wives women to me, I don't think realize how famous they really are. So I kind of want her to get a man that's has a little bit of a reputation, something to lose, is not so much a fan of the show. Because, we know David Woolley, Christine Brown's now husband. He was a fan. He knew the show, which can be good and can be bad. Paris Hilton, her husband is an uber fan, which again, sometimes works out. But I'd love somebody that maybe is about Meri, not about the limelight, because we obviously know Cody was all about that. So I don't know. My little psychic spidey senses are saying lawyer, are saying council person, are saying somebody in Utah with some influence, but not involved in television. Other news, let's shift gears. Mykelti Brown is now backtracking and saying she's not sure. She can't say for 100% certainty that Sister Wives is getting a season 19 or a season 20. Queen, let me save you. Let me spare you. We are getting a season 19-20. They're already in the bag. So this was confusing because Mykelti and Tony, we all know they have their ongoing Patreon show. So on their show, she's like, well, I can't say for 100% certainty, but it does appear that season 19, this is how far behind the show is. Are you guys going to continue to watch? I don't even know if I can handle this because we're 2 seasons behind. She says season 19. So she first says, oh, I don't know if it's if it's happening. And then she goes on to say, okay, well, season 19 will most likely show like the birth of my children, of my twins. It will show the introduction of David, the courting that happened, all the dating. Oh, and then season 20 will show us more of the nuptials. So it's like, yes, season 19 and season 20 are coming. I guess my question for TLC is, are you going to go the way of Married at First Sight on Lifetime and pump out, like, are we going to get another season of Sister Wives ASAP, or are we going to have to really wait until this September? God, I don't know. I am hoping, like I said, I think that shows like 1,000-Pound Best Friends, I Love a Mama's Boy are super in limbo. I think they had enormous ratings on TLC with Last Resort, which we're going to be getting more and more 90-day franchises. And I think, I don't know. I mean, summer's such a dead space because people are traveling and not so involved, but maybe 1st of August, we're getting our season 19, but it's going to be behind. Are you guys into that? Christine Brown continues to get backlash based on her Airbnb in Moab, Utah. Now she's getting backlash. Originally, she was getting backlash because she put it out. You had to have already booked 3 Airbnb bookings before you could even view the pricing. Then she went to a 20% off discount next to people that book. Now she is showing on the walls of the Airbnb all their famous articles about them, including pictures with Cody and before her divorce and when things were good. She's putting them all up and saying so many memories, so many great TV things. Do you think that's smart marketing and nostalgia, or do you think that's poor business planning? I kind of think it's genius marketing, to be quite honest with you. But a lot of people are like, God, she's so desperate. Why are you've moved on? Aren't you happy in your marriage? Why are you putting pictures up? I mean, this is an investment for them. And they're doing it because people that are Uber's Sister Wives fans want to go and immerse themselves. You can drink out of her dishes. You can eat out of her pots and pans. And you can go down memory lane of 14 years of them being on TV. Now, who's signing up for Janelle's life coaching? StriveWithJanelle.com is the website. She's a life coach. And she's booked until March 11th. The next availability for a 45-minute, 45-minute call, I think I'm going to do this, is with Janelle and her life coaching. What? I should do this. Should I do this? Should I sign up? I'm really into this. Now, people are, oh my God, bloggers. People have picked this up. Beware. Who wants life advice from Janelle Brown? I kind of do. I mean, if you think about it, what wrong moves has Janelle made in her life? This woman is like a power bitch. Let's see. Joined a polygamy family when she wasn't a part of a polygamous group. Managed to work outside the home, hold it down financially in accounting for the fam. Oh, I'm sorry. While the other women were fighting and losing Cody's interest, Cody believes that she's like a sex pot that just wants him for his abs and still is super attracted to her. She hasn't lost like an ounce of sexiness. Has a close connection with her kids, seems super laid back, now is a new bestie in Christine Brown, out there dating, lost weight. I mean, so far, check. I mean, I'm for $75, if she can tell me how to get my life together, I'm in. God, that sounds so good to me. All right, quick thanks to two sponsors. TheSeedScout.com. Are you looking to start a family and are you dealing with male infertility issues? Infertility is on the rise, whether it's men, whether it's women, or maybe you're a lesbian couple and you have always wanted to have a baby. TheSeedScout.com is a premier sperm bank that ships and works with clients nationwide. Doesn't matter whether you're in Utah or you're in Maine. They can help you have the healthy baby of your dreams. Now, what makes Seed Scout so unique? They actually help you meet your donor, They'll tell you exactly why that's important, because eventually your kids want to know specifics of who their donor is, DNA, genetics, for health reasons. And if they don't, your child never has to meet the donor. But you want to know who that man is. You want to know his background, his psychological background, his health background. And TheSeedScout.com limits how many times a donor can donate. That's why you're going to pay a little bit extra on the front end. But you will be guaranteed that that sperm is not resold in other countries, which shady sperm business practices are happening all across this country in some sperm banks. Not all, but some. TheSpermBank.com. Make your appointment today. Tell them the Sarah Fraser Show sent you and get $100 off. Actually, that's the only sponsor I'm going to thank. All the others you can also hear on my show, and I appreciate you frequenting those sponsors. Every time you purchase from one of them, you help to let me give you more free content, which I think none of us want another subscription in our lives for the most part. So thank you. This is a first for the Sarah Fraser Show. I've partnered with a mindful eating doctor. You guys know I gained and lost 150 pounds until I found mindfulness and quit all fad dietings. If you have tried every diet under the sun, I want to introduce you to Dr. Applin at Optimal Body. Go to myoptimalbody.com, request an appointment, and be sure to say that the Sarah Fraser Show sent you, because you can qualify for a free personalized assessment plus a bonus free 30-day supply of their gut repair product when you sign up for a customized plan. Again, that's myoptimalbody.com to request an appointment. I have never partnered with a fad weight loss company, and I never will. Dr. Applin is the real deal. If you have even tried Ozempic and it didn't work for you, you need to see him. Starts with a gut reset, and they actually make a plan for you that is long-term and slow weight loss, so you can keep it off and change your life forever. Don't believe me? Go and read their mindful 5-star reviews. Go to myoptimalbody.com and tell them the Sarah Fraser Show sent you. Don't you love discovering new games for your phone that are a bit of a mind teaser, a little bit of a mystery, and aren't filled with annoying ads? Boom, I got it for you. Seeker's Notes. Guys, Seeker's Notes is a game already played by 40 million fans. And the best part about this game, it isn't one of those games just for killing time. It's a perfect stress reliever too. The game is great with community and social interactions. Every puzzle is a workout for your brain, baby. Also, the best part, like I mentioned, totally no annoying ads. It's no Wi-Fi needed, and it's free. Now, it has a variety of virtual collectibles as well. Beyond the captivating visuals and immersive atmosphere, Seeker's Note offers a treasure trove of virtual collectibles. These are not mere items. They are relics and add depth and meaning to your journey. What are you waiting for? Get playing today. Get a little stress reliever. Oh, nothing is better than a fun game on your phone. Download Seeker's Notes now. 90-Day Fiancé. Whew. We could be looking at a 90-Day Fiancé happily ever after season 8 couple being removed entirely from the show. I'm talking about Mahmoud and Nicole. February 21st. I mean, this is recent, honey. I mean, the arrest ink hasn't even dried. Mahmoud was arrested on a domestic violence incident against Nicole here in Los Angeles. The specific details of what went down have not been released, but the couple just celebrated their 5-year wedding anniversary. And they came to us, they premiered on season 4 of The Other Way. And if you recall, Mahmoud had very strong feelings about Nicole, what she should wear, if she should work. Now, they moved her to the United States in Los Angeles, where she's from, shortly after season 4, because they almost broke up. And they've been making it ever since. But fans were very leery about him, very controlling. He seemed to be very controlling. He seemed to want to hang out with the men all the time. People had a lot of red flags. Now, they've obviously held it down for 5 years. I mean, this is really sad. It's really sad, any domestic violence incident, because you have to think, will it happen again? Is she safe in that relationship? And of course, we don't know the specifics. So I don't, innocent until proven guilty. I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but a lot of people have a lot to say about this today. I wouldn't be surprised if their roles are diminished or they are removed entirely from Happily Ever After. TLC a little bit seems to be backing away from controversy, if you remember Alina and Caleb that were on 90 Day the other way as well. Remember, now she had the racist incident. She's Russian. She had racist posts that were uncovered. I mean, they just axed her out of the entire end of the season, cut their storyline. Neither one of them, including Caleb. Caleb was never allowed to tell his story at any of the tell-alls. I don't know. I think this could go either way. I certainly haven't heard that they've been removed, but I think it probably comes down to what's in these arrest docs and how serious these allegations are. Obviously, if it was serious, if he was arrested, somebody called the police, she called the police, they felt like there was enough there, but we'll have to see how that unfolds. Scott Wern, you know him as Scott from Family Chantel. 90 Day Fiancé. Well, he is now saying that he's going to launch his OnlyFans, that the money has gotten very tight. Scott's been on my podcast. He explained that he has just been one of those guys where the money is always feast or famine for him. He's been a longtime nurse, but he's been fired from that job, he says, because of the show, because of his actions on the show. I don't know. I mean, he never did anything that wild to be on the show that he would get fired. But it seems like he's fallen on hard times. And he says his gay fans and his straight fans want that OnlyFans, and he's doing it. Do you want to see Scott Wern doing, I don't know, whatever he's doing on OnlyFans? I mean, let's see it. Let me see. I'm always up for a little sex tape. I don't know what he's going to be doing. Private videos, I guess. Other 90 Day Fiancé fans were not that shocked to see 90 Day Fiancé season 10 that Nikki and Justin are no longer. Nikki, of course, has had $1 million of plastic surgery. She's trans. And just 10 days after returning to the United States on this season, he text messaged her, even after she's supported him financially, and was like, we're toast. He said that he sacrificed his dignity in being with her. Now, a lot of people have issues with these statements. Was the guy faking it? Is he transphobic? Did other people just get to him and he couldn't handle it? He said, I wish you farewell. I hope you find the right path for you. And that was it. This one's tough. For me, a little bit season 10 of 90 Day Fiancé has jumped the shark. I'm definitely curious about Happily Ever After coming up. I'm really curious that Last Resort was awesome. Because everyone sort of felt like Nikki was on here for her music career, to promote affiliate programs she's a part of. A lot of people just felt like this was such a, people are just doing this to promote their crap, which is what a little bit reality TV is coming to, because they don't pay the good salaries that they used to. So in order to make the money and capitalize on their TV fame, people are on there and they're like, I'm a singer. I'm a beauty consultant. I have a hair care line. I have, Miona from 90 Day Fiancé with Jabri has her wigs. They're smart. It's just that it's like feeling so much like a QVC episode instead of let's get to these people's real lives. So what do you think? Transphobic that Justin, aka Igor, dumped her, or everybody saw this coming? We shall see. She's another one I'd like to get on my show. Okay. All right, girl. Lastly, we have more dating news for 1,000-pound sisters. Which 1,000-pound sister is becoming such a diva? She got a private dining room at Red Lobster. I'm talking about Amy Slaton. Did anyone know there was private dining rooms at Red Lobster? Hello. I'd have my schman book that. Their cheddar biscuits are insane. Actually, I've eaten at Red Lobster several times, and most of the time it's actually delicious. I'll eat there. I'll eat Olive Garden. I'll eat cheesecake. I don't like a lot of fast food. Or I guess they're not really fast food. They're like fast casual dining or whatever, chain restaurants. I'm not a huge chainer, but I love a Red Lobster. They have really good seafood. And I actually did a campaign with them back in the day when I was a radio host, and they went above and beyond to tell me about where they source their seafood from and how it's fresh. And I give them a lot of credit, and I want to support franchisee owners. So shout out to Red Lobster. And I didn't know you had private rooms. Amy Slaton has broken up with Tony Rogers. Now, Tony Rogers, she and Tony had been dating on and off all last summer and fall. In fact, Tony was arrested for a DUI with Tammy in the car, and she was cited for weed possession. Had to go to court in Kentucky this fall. She didn't have to serve any jail time. There was a fine. It was dismissed. But Amy is out that dude's like long gone. Now she's dating a guy named Kevin. She posted about Kevin over the weekend. She said that they've gone on a third date. She said real men pay for dates. We're at Red Lobster and Kevin got us a private room. Okay, Kevin. Kevin, I ain't mad at you. But like anybody now that posts their public man out there, right after people go, Amy, this man has been in multiple women's DMs. I know him. He's a player. He's a woman, a womanizer. Beware. All right. So Amy Slaton appears to be happy. She's gone on 3 dates with a guy and they're getting private rooms at Red Lobster. And she was basically bragging about that's the way you do it. You get a private room, you pay for stuff. I'm sure Michael, they finalized their divorce, but Michael wasn't doing any of that. 1,000-pound sisters, those two women have lost a lot of weight. They're getting agents, they're getting managers. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I want to see them on tour. We'll see. That would be so epic if we could. Oh, and lastly on Meri Brown, I'm also curious, would you guys listen to a podcast by Meri Brown and her bestie Jen? I think we are getting a podcast. When they did this live where they talked about Amos and her splitting from Amos, they also talked about entertainment projects coming up where they're going to be sharing a lot more opinions. I tend to think it's a YouTube channel. I tend to think it's a podcast. I really, really do. I feel like we are getting a podcast, and I don't know why. I mean, contractually, I know why that TLC won't allow a lot of these individuals to have podcasts, but hot damn. That would be epic. I think if they were doing a rewatch, I mean, it must be, or they're launching a Patreon. Obviously, although Mykelti, they're not paid by TLC. They're not like probably under contract necessarily, or they're probably getting very small paychecks, so they don't have the restrictions that like Meri does and Janelle and Christine. Anyhow, all right, there you have it. You're caught up on all the biggest tea from the Sister Wives sphere. The Sister Wives sphere, the 90-day fiance sphere. It was definitely a very, very big week. I teased it yesterday. I did a podcast episode about the Wendy Williams 4-part documentary, Where is Wendy Williams? If you haven't watched, the whole internet is talking about it. And Monday's show featured Real Housewives of Potomac star Ashley Darby. She rarely does interviews, and she sat down exclusively with me. I'm honored. And she reveals a lot. She's got a new boyfriend. She'll tell you who it is. So follow us on TikTok at The Sarah Fraser Show. Always on Reddit to discuss the latest gossip and my interviews. Reddit.com/r/The Sarah Fraser Show. Bye, everybody.